So, so what is the best part about riding a motorcycle? Well, I tell you one thing. It's about learning stability, balance, and teaching yourself to always be in control of your vehicle, whether it be not texting, not talking on the phone, and all that bad shit that people get into when they're driving cars. Um, well, for me, the best part about riding a motorcycle is just getting out in the sunshine and riding. I will have my music blasting. I will just speed. Like, whenever I don't see a cop, I will go faster than what the speed limit usually is. Hold on just a second. Cat's trying to get my food. Gotta feed him in a second. It's not even my cat, but whatever. Because we're all roommates, and since we're all roommates, we all have to take care of everybody else's shit. So, do I ride all year round? Well, of course I do. I rode all year round the past 3 years, and I've ridden in the snow, ice, below freezing, ridden all sorts of weather, and the only weather that can stop me is really deep snow. I've ridden in the snow before, and that shit was no fun. But luckily I don't really have to worry about it too much longer because spring is coming up, and then summer, and then hopefully I might be able to move down to California and when the winter comes along, and then just chill out on the beach and just relax. If there is any hot beaches down in the wintertime, I'm sure there is. What sucks about riding a motorcycle is the maintenance. Well, it doesn't take a rocket science to change spark plugs, change the oil, put gas in, but the more expensive items are going to be like your tires, your fenders, because that shit can definitely get blown to pieces, as I witnessed on my last trip down to California. That shit was no fun. I've yet to replace it too. Probably should. But I'm still riding, and it's still riding like a normal bike. Next thing I want to say is driving a car compared to a motorcycle is so much different. Because when you're driving a car, you're just sitting on your ass and just driving. So it's so much easier to get to point A or point B from point A, because all you're doing is sitting on your ass and listening to music and eating junk food and stopping whenever you want. On your motorcycle, you can't really do that. Also, in a car, it's a lot more expensive to pay for maintenance than it is on a motorcycle. I swear, I picked up a 99 Honda Shadow 750, and I had very little maintenance on it, but I swore if I were to have picked up a car, I would have had massive maintenance done to it, like tires, spark plugs, engine problems, all types of shit. And I didn't want that, so I kept pushing through the cold weather and pushing through the shit I shouldn't be riding through. I did it anyways, and I'm feel really confident doing it next year. Maybe on a different bike, maybe a bigger bike. But a lot of people assume too that when you buy a bike, you're spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, I'm not going to get into it on this podcast. I'll get into it in a later podcast, probably a little bit later tonight. But again, this is just a short podcast that I do, and I like to keep it short and sweet. The difference between riding a motorcycle in the city compared to riding in the countryside, there's not a lot of cars, there's not a lot of idiots out there. In the country, you're just riding and you're enjoying the views compared to being in a car. You're probably the idiot yourself, talking on the phone, texting, Facebooking, playing your fucking game, and getting into crashes. Whether when you're on a motorcycle, I mean, the only controls that you have is your radio, your clutch, your shifter, your brakes, and your hands are pretty much always on those controls. At least my hands and feet are always on the controls. That way I have more mobility just in case I come to a crash. I can easily escape from it. But anyways, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Or a great night.